If the increase in side of the square is 4%, then find the approximate percentage of increase in the area of square. So increase in side is 4%. We have to know approximate percentage. Okay, so let x be the side and let a be the area of the square. Now area of the square is equal to x square. Now what are we doing is we are applying log on both sides. Log a is equal to first log of x square will be 2 log x. Now differentiate on both sides. So differentiation of into differentiation of log x will be 1 by x and differentiation of x will be delta x. After that substitute the values. What are the values? Well, now we are what are you doing is we are first of all multiplying because we need to find the percentage. 4%, right? So in order to find the percentage, we are multiplying on both sides by 100. Now, what was the increase in area of square side? The side was increased by 4%. It means that total change in side by total side, the length of change in length by total length is equal to 4%. That is, this part will become 4, right? Delta x by 4. Got it? Now, the diameter of the sphere is measured to be 40 centimeters. If an error of 0.2 centimeter is made in it, then find the approximate error in the volume of the surface area of sphere. So x is the diameter and error is delta. We already know the formula. V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Instead of r, we can substitute x by 2. Instead of r, we can substitute x by 2. Pi x cube by 6 is the answer. Change in volume is equal to delta V is equal to dV by dx into delta x. dV by dx into delta x. Now, instead of dV by dx, what we are substituting? We are substituting this differentiation of dV. What is differentiation of dV? Pi by 6 is a constant number. Okay, so we can't, so it will be same. But differentiation of x cube will be 3x square delta x. 3x square delta x will be the differentiation of x cube. So 3 into x square. X square is nothing but 40. 40 square into delta x. Delta x is nothing but 0.02. 0.02 is your delta x. Now divide. 3 ones are 3 2. Then 2 ones are 2 0.01. Then open the squares and multiply. And we'll get the final answer as 16 pi. Okay. Since it is volume, we are writing centimeter cube. Now we know the volume, change in volume, that is delta V. Okay, but what is change in surface area? Okay, S be the surface area. Surface area is pi 4 pi r square. Your surface area is 4 pi r square. Then r is equal to x by r is equal to x by 2. Now x is equal r is equal to x by 2. Substitute over here. Find the differentiation. S is equal to 4x square. Now delta S is equal to ds by dx. What is S? S is nothing but pi x square. Pi x square is your S. But what is your delta S? Pi will be same. Differentiation of x square will be 2x. Differentiation of x square will be 2x. So delta S is equal to pi 2x into delta x. Now pi into x is 0.02. So your delta S is equal to 1.65 centimeter square. Now find delta y dy, and y is equal, y the function is 1 by x plus 2. Okay, where x is equal to 8 and delta x is equal to 0.02. Delta y is equal to f I, delta y is equal to f minus f of x. Now f of x plus delta x is equal to 1 by, instead of x, so here we are having x. So what are we going to substitute? X plus delta x minus f of x. F of x will be same 1 by x plus 2. Now simplify. So what are we going to do is multiply over here x plus 2 minus x minus x minus delta x minus multiply. Okay. Then cancel what is positive and negative, cancel out, and you will get minus delta x by this part. Substitute the values here, simplify, and you will get the final answer of delta y. After getting the value of delta y, we will find dy. Dy is equal to f dash of x into delta x. So f dash of x will be differentiation of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. Differentiation of 1 by x is nothing but minus 1 by x square. And dx will, delta x. Okay. Then substitute the value of x. The value of x is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 into delta x. Delta x is 0.02. Okay. Now find dy. Y is equal to cos x is equal to theta, and delta x is equal to 1. Okay. So delta y is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x. In substituting x plus delta x minus, then same f of x is here. One more, f of x both are same. Y, or if they are telling you x, they both are same. So never get confused. F of x and y are, these both functions are same. I have learned the chapter functions. So these equations are also called as functions. So f of, so of x plus delta x is nothing but 0.848. This thing we can only get it by using calculator. Okay, without using, okay, and cos 60 is 1 by 2, and 2 is nothing but 0.5. Okay, but what we can do is we can take this ultimately, but still you have to remember this value. Cos of 61 degree is equal to 0.4848. Subtract these two and you will get the answer as 0.0152. Okay. You are finding dy. What is dy? Differentiation of f of x. Differentiation of dy. Differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. Delta x is, delta x is nothing but 1 radian equal to x by, pi by 180. 1 radian is equal to pi by 180 degree. 180. Okay. So instead of 1 pi by 180, sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Cos 60 was 1 by 2. Root 3 by 2. Minus. Okay. Just put one minus sign over here. And root 3 by 2. Root 3 is 1.73. 1.73 by 2. And 1 radian is equal to 0.0175. This value also you have to remember. The value of degree is nothing but 0.0175. Multiply these two and you get the final answer. So in this question, sine 62 is given to us. Sine 62 can be written as 60 plus 2. Okay. Differentiation of sine x is cos x. Okay. Sine 60. So x is 60 and delta x is 2 degree. Okay. X is 60. Delta x is 2 degree. 2 degree we are converting. It will be 2 into pi by 180. The value of pi by 180 is nothing but 0.0175. Multiply these two and we'll get the final answer. After that, we are using the formula approximate to find the approximate value. So what is the formula? F of x plus delta x equal to f of x plus f dash of x into delta x. So what is f of x? Instead of sine x, instead of sine x, substitute x plus delta x, which is equal to f of x plus differentiation of sine x is nothing but cos x. Differentiation of sine x is cos x and delta x. Okay. What is the value of sine x? Sine 60 plus cos 60 into delta x is 0.035. Sine 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. Cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. And delta x is 0.035. Then divide these two and add. We will get the final answer. All right. I hope you have understood till here. The side of the square is increased from 3 to 3.01 centimeter. Find the approximate increase in area. So the side of the square is increased. Like the room you're sitting in, it might be a square. If the room side, all the sides are increased by 1 inch, then how much volume or how much area of the room has been increased? Okay, that we have to find. Over here, a square is given to us. That's not okay. Your room is a cuboid. Okay, in this square, the area of square is a square. So delta x, the change in area is 0.01. 3 minus 3.01 minus 3 is 0.01. Now, delta A is equal to delta X. Now, delta A is equal to 2x, 2 into x. The value of x is 3 and delta x is 0.01. Right, 2 3s are 6, 6 into 0.01, 0.06. If y is equal to f of x, which is equal to k into x power, and then show that approximate relative error is y in n times relative errors in x, where n and k are constant. Y is equal to k x power n is given to us, taking log on both sides. How should we know when to take log on both sides? Okay, when we will know to take log on both sides? Whenever it is given to us that something is in power. Okay, x power n is given to us. Then what should we do? We should just apply log on both sides, so that log x power n should come in multiplication side. Okay, so we applied log on both sides. Log x y is equal to log x plus log y. Log x plus log y. We applied this formula. Now log x power n is equal to n log x. We applied this formula. Now differentiate. Differentiation of log y is 1 by y. Differentiation of y is, what is differentiation of y? Delta y. Okay, which is equal to n log x. Okay, differentiation of n log x. What is differentiation? K is a constant. Okay, so differentiation of a constant value will be 0. Differentiation of 2 is 0. Differentiation of any constant value will be 0. Okay, but this is not constant. This one was constant. So n log x. So differentiation n is in multiplication. So n will be written same. Differentiation of log x is 1 by x. Then differentiation of x is delta x. Okay. Then relative error in y is n times relative error in x. Find the approximate value of cube root of 999. Okay, cube root of 999. So first of all, what should we do is cube root of x is equal to x power 1 by 3. X is equal, then what is, then we can write as x plus delta x is equal to 999. Then which is the nearest cube root? The nearest cube root is 10 cube. All right. Nearest cube is 10 cube. That is 1000. 99 can be written as 1000 minus 1. 999 can be written as 1000 minus 1. Okay. X is 1000 delta x minus 1. Now differentiation of x power 1 by 3 is 1 by 3 x power minus 2 by 3, because differentiation of x power n is equal to 1 is equal to what? N x power n minus 1. Okay. So we will get 1 by 3 x power minus 1 by 2. Substitute it in the formula. F of x is equal to x power 1 by 3. F dash of x is this part. and delta x is this part. Now substitute the values and you will get the final answer. Okay, understood? Understood till here? Easy formulas. So what is distance? Distance or length are same, right? From point A to point B is your distance. And what is velocity? Velocity is equal to distance by time, right? So if they gave us distance and we need to find the velocity, what will we do? We will divide it by time. So velocity of a particle at time t is ds by dt. V is equal to ds by dt. It means that if I say distance is, let's say, x square, okay, then velocity will be equal to differentiation of x square, that is 2x. If velocity is x square, distance will be 2x. If velocity is 4, then distance will also be 4. If velocity is 9, distance is 9, then velocity will be 6. 6 meter per second, meter per hour, or whatever. Okay. So if distance is given to us, we need to find the velocity. How? By differentiating it with time. Now, if they gave us the distance, velocity, okay, velocity is distance by time. If they gave us the velocity and if they ask us to find the acceleration, what is acceleration? Acceleration is equal to velocity by time. Acceleration is equal to what? Velocity by time. I think you know what is velocity, what is acceleration, and what is distance. Okay. Distance is the distance from point A to point B. Okay. Velocity, it is the speed at which a particle or a body is traveling. The speed at which the rate of change of speed, the rate of change of distance is called velocity. Now the rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Okay. Okay, the rate of change of acceleration is called, the rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Okay, so velocity is equal to distance by time and acceleration is equal to velocity by time. Okay, acceleration is velocity by time. So if they gave us velocity, then what should, or if we found out the velocity, what should we do? We should differentiate it with time and we'll get acceleration. Okay. While riding a bike, they asked you to hit the accelerator to accelerate to accelerate faster. Now, angular velocity is omega. In oscillations, you have learned omega. What is omega? Angular velocity of a particle at a point. Angular velocity means if a particle is moving in an angle, let's say in circular motion. Okay, if a particle is moving at an angle, okay, then it is your angular velocity. So omega is equal to d theta by dt, change in angle with respect to time. Okay, the change in angle with respect to time. Okay. Then angular acceleration, change in omega. Acceleration is equal to angular acceleration is equal to change in omega. Okay.